Hi there, and welcome to the fourth Photoshop tutorial. My name is Mr. Tan, and today we are looking at importing some images. We are going to be cropping the images. We are also going to be deleting the background of an image, so we're working with different layers. Okay, so let's get started. I'm going to go to File, I'm going to Open, and in the Transform Editing folder that you should all have, I'd like you to please click on the Oklahoma City Thunder logo wallpaper. Let's open that. So I really love Steven Adams, I love basketball, you guys know that already. Well, hopefully you do. Now I'm going to click on the crop tool. Why? Because I'd like to get rid of that thing there. Okay, so let's all click on the crop tool. Once again, I'm going to click and hold down that click, so I'm dragging it across. I release the click, and you can see the black here is what is going to be deleted. I hit enter. Excellent. Now I'd like to import my Steven Adams image, so I go File, Place. I see Steven Adams there, and I'm going to place him. Now, Steven Adams is quite small here. I'd actually like him to be larger, so I'm just going to hold down Shift. I'm going to drag out by the corners. You see how my cursor changes. So my cursor goes from being like this to that or to that. I'm going to drag him out a bit more, and then yep, I'm going to hit enter. Now I don't want to crop, so I want to change my crop tool to the move tool, and now I want to move him. Now you can see down here that at the moment this image is what we call a smart image, and if I tried to edit this image, I actually wouldn't be able to. It says could not complete your request because the smart object is not directly editable. So I click OK, and what I want to do is I want to go to Layer, Rasterize, Smart Object. So now if I was to hit delete, for example, you could see that it would delete some of Steven Adams. Now I'm just going to step back. Okay, so let's step back. And what we're hoping to do is we're hoping to cut out all of this grey background so that we just have Steven Adams' body. And now we can do this in a variety of ways, and I'm going to go through a variety of ways for you, and I'll leave it to you to decide which one best suits you. So the first one is looking at the magic eraser tool. So if I hold down the eraser and I go to magic eraser, now the magic eraser tool picks up the similar colors. So you can see that all this is grey around here. This is orange and white and black and tanned, etc, etc. So the magic eraser gets rid of certain colors. The tolerance level up here is set at 10. Okay, the higher the tolerance, the more the colors, or more different colors are picked up. So I actually don't want it to be so high. I want it to be at about 10. So if I was to click on the magic eraser, you can see it gets rid of the grey. I'm going to do that some more. It gets rid of the grey. Gets rid of the grey, and we've gotten rid of quite a bit of the grey. Okay, now if I want to zoom in, I go Control plus, and I zoom in a bit more. So you can see that there's a whole lot of grey that's still there. Okay, and so I have a number of different options. So when it gets to this stage, one of the options that I have is to change the magic eraser to the normal eraser tool. And if I was to zoom in a lot, using the eraser tool, I could erase the grey around him. Okay, so you can see me erasing the grey around him. Try not to erase his arm. I'm doing a very quick job. Okay, now what's cool when I've got the eraser tool is that I can change how big I erase. So if I right click, I can change the diameter. So I could change it to be this big, I could change it to be this small, this big, or this small. So it's always good to kind of adjust the size to what you want it to be. and I can also adjust what we call the hardness and the opacity, which is up here in the flow. I'll show you what I mean. So if I did it like this, notice how all of Steven Adams isn't fully erased, only part of it. That's what the opacity and flow does, as opposed to if I actually made it full. Notice how he's fully erased with that. Let's step back on that one, eh? So, I'm not going to get rid of all the grey. I just wanted to show you one quick way. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back on the magic eraser. Oops, I've gone too far. So one moment. I'll quickly bring Stevie Boy back in. Okay, so one way is the magic eraser. Another way is what we call the magic wand tool. Now once again I've chosen the tolerance to be at 10. With the magic wand tool, same thing as the magic eraser, it picks up the colours. So I could just click on here, here's a selection, and if I hold down shift I can see the plus, hold down alt to see the minus. So yep, the plus adds to the selection, the minus takes away from the selection. So I want to add as much grey as possible because I want to get rid of the grey, right? So I'm going to add all that grey in there so you guys can see me adding grey. So you can see I've got a rough outline, which is generally quite good. Then I can hit delete. Oops, sorry, I forgot to rasterize that once I brought it in. I can hit delete. And so now you can see I've cut him out again. Now I could apply the same thing, get the eraser tool, zoom in and start erasing the little bits. I'm not going to do that now. I'm going to step back and I'm going to show you another tool. How about I rasterize that again. So another cutting out tool is what we call the quick selection. So with the quick selection, once again I can quickly select things. Okay, now that looks quite good, but you can see here that I've selected the ear too. So I want to hold down alt, I want to minus that selection because I don't want to cut out his ears. And I want to leave him a bit of here, make him look trendy. And if I hit delete, once again, you can see that I get rid of that. Okay, so you can all see that they're all doing the same thing. One is obviously magic eraser, one is magic wand, one is quick selection. Okay, now I'm going to step back again. One last tool is what I call the magnetic lasso tool. Now this one's a bit tricky, so I wouldn't advise this one straight away, but this one also catches up to the pixels. Now you can see that it's starting to make an outline, and it automatically kind of attaches itself to colours, to certain colours. And so all I'm doing, the reason why I'm continuously clicking it is I'm continuously saying to it, look, I want you to pick up on this colour, because if I go for too long a period, sometimes it confuses the colours. Okay, so one moment. Wow, that was awkward. Okay, so this is what would happen with that. Okay, and I'd have to go select inverse, and I'd have to delete it. And so you'd have that selection there. So that's another way. What I'm going to quickly do though is I'm going to quickly do the way I like, and then I'm going to edit it. So just sit back and just check it out. Okay. So there you have Stephen Adams. He's cut out. It's not looking too bad. What I like to do is I actually like to just give him a drop shadow. So we go Layer, Layer Style, Drop Shadow. Make sure that it's ticked to preview. Let's change it so it comes out this way a little bit. 75%, yeah. So we can look at the size, obviously. We can also look at the distance. I don't want the distance to be too far away. We can also look at the spread. But let's keep the spread fairly minimal. So a nice drop shadow is always quite nice for it. And there you have Stephen Adams cut out with the OKC logo behind him. So we want to make sure we save that, so we go File, Save As. Let's call it Stevie. Steve Adams. Hit Save. Click OK. And that's us for today. Thank you.